Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Don Williams Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you will like and subscribe to my channel. Welcome and thank you for finding your way here. If you're returning to my channel, I'd absolutely love it if you would just click that like button. All of those little clicks mean a lot to content creators. This message is for sun, moon, or rising placements in the sign of Aquarius. So if you have those placements, this message will be for you. However, keep in mind this is a general reading and not all messages may resonate. So take what does, leave what doesn't. And if you are interested in doing a deeper dive in what's going on with you and your life, whether it's, your romantic relationships, family, career, health. Actually, I really don't do health readings, sorry. And any other area of your life, I'll be happy to do a reading with you. My details are in the box below, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to find all my details, okay? So what I plan to do today is I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you. As I do this Celtic cross, I'm going to take myself off screen so we can just concentrate on the cards and their meanings and what they represent for you. At the end of the Celtic cross, I'll put myself back on screen, and then I'm going to pull you 3 more cards from 3 different decks. So this deck is the life and career deck. So I'm going to pull a card from here. This is the messages from the universe, which I'll pull a card from here so you can hear what Spirit has as a message for you. And then this last deck, which are these 3 decks are all new, is from the clarifying love situation. So this is about issues of the heart, right? So without further ado, I'm going to take myself off camera. And here we go. I've shuffled your cards, got everything ready so I could save time. And we're just going to jump to it. Wow, your first card right out of the gate is the Emperor and the Hermit. Wow, you guys are doing a lot of deep work. 5 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Oh, and the Justice card. Oh, and the Sun. Look at this. These are 4 major arcanas right in the very center of your reading. And then we create the ladder. We have 1 more major arcana with the Devil, 8 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords. Okay, so swords are air energy. So we do have a little bit of air. We have a cup, which is emotions. We have wands, which is inspiration, passion, creativity. And we have pentacles. So we have a little bit of both, but the interesting thing is you've got 5 majors. Now you're the 3rd sign that has gotten 5 major arcanas. So what that tells me is that leading up into the month of April, which April's going to be a very big month, you're preparing the way, right? You're kind of still climbing the hill. And 5 is actually a lot because you've got 10 cards here, half of them are majors. So this is also indicating to me that this energy may be working with you probably through the end of March, through April, possibly into May and into June. It just depends on how quickly you work through some of these issues. Some of you it's going to take longer. Others of you, it's going to be shorter. But right in the very center, the center information here is all about all this energy is really, really important specifically to you, Aquarius. So now our Emperor, the Emperor is the energy of, so he encompasses all the 4 kings. He is my Mr. Trump card. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean him as the president of the United States. I mean him as an entrepreneur businessman. This guy knows how to get things done. He knows how to lead large groups of people. The Emperor is a person who is an authority figure. He's very much a leader, so he does have leadership qualities. and and he's very focused. Now he can be a builder, he can pretty much do anything. He's pretty much a clear vision type of a person. You can see he's got interesting things in his hands here because he's got this scroll, and for some reason he's got this axe, which I don't know why he has an axe in his hands, but this energy is encompassing that male aspect of yourself. So it doesn't matter if you're masculine or you're feminine watching this video, if you're a male or a female watching this video, you are really embracing the qualities of this emperor. And what that is saying to me is that you're laying some serious seeds and tracks as to what you are manifesting and creating in your universe. Okay, this is very important because this is the main thing. So some of you are building, maybe building yourself. Maybe you are releasing the old part of you so that you can become this new embodied individual. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a male, but it does represent the masculine energy. But we all have masculine and feminine energies, and we all tap into those energies as we need them as we go through our journey through life. So right now, you're really tapping into this emperor energy. I do believe that this is encompassing you. And I believe that this is giving you very clear vision. And I say that because your next card is another major arcana, which is the Hermit. I love the Hermit because the Hermit represents more of your spiritual side. You can see he's an older guy, which is supposed to represent wisdom. He has his lamp here, which is supposed to also represent his wisdom because he's got his light. He is looking over, he's on this bridge and he's looking down into, there's a village or there's a community down there, and he's trying to work out for himself, how can he share all of that inner wisdom with others and be the leader that he would like to be, leading by example, leading by demonstration, right? Now, the other thing about the Hermit is that the Hermit is about inner reflection. This is about meditation. It's about contemplation. This is about soul searching. So I feel like many of you have been doing a lot more soul searching on what direction you want to go, what reality you want to create for yourselves, those types of things. This is a card of inner wisdom. It's also a card of finding your inner guide. And the only way you can find your inner guide is if you do that meditation and contemplation. So many of you may be making that connection to your higher self or to your guides in order to help you navigate through the remainder of 2024. So what are your thoughts? Right now, it feels like some of you are feeling very conflicted. The fives have to do with change. And the wands have to do with your inspiration, your creativity, your passion, your motivations, those types of things. And as you can see, these guys are practicing, right? They're practicing with these wands how to fight. And it is practice because if this was real, it would be swords and not wands, right? So this is a card of training. Some of you may be doing some training of some kind in your career, or you might be just trying to take classes just to expand your own awareness of some kind. The other thing this is about, though, is about competition, conflict, and challenges. And it's also about mental jostling. So it could be that you have people in your life that are really questioning, your way of thinking, your way of expression, those types of things. But this is also a card of brainstorming. So some of you may be working in a team, and it's not always a harmonious team, but there are moments when that harmony is there in order for you to be able to brainstorm. But the 5 is also representing a change of direction or a change of thought. So keep that in mind as well. And then what your foundation is the Two of Pentacles. Twos are about choices and decisions. Pentacles have to do with your physical security. So it could be your wealth, your health, career, possessions, or your home life. And for me, this is really about balance, looking for your balance of your finances, balance of your physical security in some way. This too is also a need to balance some aspects of yourself. It's also about juggling obligations. So some of you may be really putting a lot on your own shoulders in terms of, you know, stepping up for your family, stepping up for friends, stepping up at work. Whatever the situation is, it's going to be different from each and every one of you. But the two is about choices. So it could be some of you are looking at a new career or a new job opportunity, and you have some choices to make. Now, I want to bring to your attention the rainbow here. And for some reason, that's important, and I don't know why. So it might just be important to you and your sign for some reason. Maybe when you know that, you know, the right one, let's say you're going for job interviews and you have the option between company A or company B, and something that really lights you up, lights up your heart, is the one that you will choose to go with. But this is about juggling. It is about seeking inner harmony. And this is my work hard, play hard, hard. But this is also your foundation. So it looks really good. And then in your past, we have the Justice card. So some of you may have been working through some legal issues. Maybe you have signed contracts of some kind, or maybe you bought a new house, bought a new boat, bought a new car, something that required you to sign legal contracts or legal documents. Some of you may be completing some kind of a lawsuit of some kind, or maybe you're going to be winning an action of some kind that has been brought forward, because this is actually a very positive card. It feels as though whatever it is has moved into your direction. This is about truth and integrity, wisdom, legal matters, cause and effect, and fairness. And these are all the energies that this encapsulates for this card. So it feels as though some of you are definitely looking at that truth and integrity as well in all areas of your life, because this is a major arcana. But what is coming to your near future is the Sun card. This is the best card in the deck, ladies and gentlemen. I love the Sun. The Sun card is all about nurturing, growth, and healing. It is about joy, abundance, fulfillment, manifesting your dreams. And this is also your Yes card. So for those of you who have been putting out into the universe, looking for an answer to one of your dreams, the answer is yes. And the sun is shining on you. It is healing you. It is wanting you to move forward on your path. And it is saying that Spirit, the universe, has got your back. So move forward. So all of this looks really amazing. In your distant future, so this is your immediate future. In your distant future, you're going to be hit with this devil energy. The devil energy has to do with our minds in how we build self-doubt. Like, this is my self-doubt, lying to myself, or negative blocks that are there. These are the things that keep you from moving forward on your path, right? So be aware this energy is here. The other thing this is about is vices and grips of addiction, the need for liberation, or feeling trapped in your old stories. And as I was saying, that you're going to be progressing into this new you, this would be, don't fall back into the trap of talking about your old life stories. And what that means is because you're creating new ones. So I always tell people, when they have a tendency to look back at their past and want to reminisce about their past, I understand your past is what brought you to where you are today. But at the same time, when you keep going back to your past and re-talking about those old stories, you're igniting those stories in a way, and it's preventing you from being in your current now, preparing for your future. So just be mindful of that. And this is also a card of temptation. So be aware that energy is surrounding you here coming up. And then what is your closest relationships? It looks as though some of you are walking away from negativity. That's the first thing that just popped in. Some of you are walking away from negativity. Some of you are walking away from people who, you have been trying to enlighten, you have been trying to share your truth with, and they are just criticizing you. They can't hear your message. And you're finally to a point now where you're saying, I'm done. I've tried everything that I can to help, to enlighten, to awaken people, to share the message. And, it's to your betterment to walk away and let them figure things out on their own. This is also a card of releasing what no longer works for you. So it's a time to remove old stuck energy. This is also a card of leaving your old reality because you're creating your new reality. And again, we were talking about that in this first section, as well as don't get stuck in your old stories. This is your opportunity to walk away from your old stories, those things that kept you in a lower vibration. And this is going to allow you to walk towards this moon. Now, I just saw this moon, not that I haven't seen this card a jillion times, but it just hit me right now that this full moon, which is coming up on the 25th, is going to be significant for you in some way. So be aware on that day of the moon, okay? And something's gonna happen for you that day. That's the message Spirit is telling me to share. So this next card has to do with your future feelings, which is the Four of Swords, and this is my card of whew, you are dead tired. You're tired on a soul level. As you can see, he's in this prone position. This is a card of time of, a time for deep rest. This is a need to heal from burnout. So many of you, especially if you're in the truther community or you're someone that spreads all that kind of news, and we just keep hearing more and more things about the can being kicked down the road. You're getting to the point where you're absolutely exhausted and tired and on a soul level. So this is saying that, give yourself some self-care, give yourself some self-love. And if you do that, it will help you to renew. Another thing is, if you notice that these three swords are above and then he's got this one below. So this self-care, this self-healing work that you will be doing, this much needed rest, whether that is a weekend away or even just a weekend of not answering your phone, not looking at social media or watching television or doing any of those things, separating yourself from those things, unplugging from the world, will really reveal hidden truths about yourself. This is a card about this sword down here, meaning that there's still mystery or there's something hidden. But I feel if you actually honor yourself and do this work, that something that has been hidden from you is going to come forward for you for revelation. Now, that sword may be tied to this Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords is, again, twos are about choices. Swords are about the way that you think or express and communication. So it could be that you're going to be faced with options here. You are at a crossroads. What direction are you going to take? This is about making a difficult choice of some kind. And for each of you, again, that may be different. It may be associated with a move. It may be associated with, relocation. I keep getting this need to move away from where you are as one of your options, and I don't know why, but those are the words coming to me. This is also about choosing your best route, whatever it is. This is analysis and overthinking. And typically when I get this card is a little bit different than the Rider-Waite deck, where she's actually got the swords in both hands across over her chest or her heart area. I always say she can easily lift that blindfold on so she can have more clarity. So this card is also my truth and integrity card. There's something that you're not wanting to look at. There's something you don't want to face. And this card is saying, you got to face your fears, whatever they are. You're not going to be able to progress until you make decisions on how you want to move forward. And it's kind of like there are these two timelines, right? And you're going to decide whether you're going to go to the right or you're going to go to the left. And I always say when you're faced with a decision like that, to always go with what best resonates with your gut, your heart, and then your mind. Okay. Overall, this doesn't look too bad. Actually, it looks really good. It's a very powerful reading in that there's a lot of things here. There's a lot of energy here with those majors right in the center. A lot of you may be feeling very overwhelmed or very like the world is kind of sitting on your shoulders in some way, or just the opposite. You may be feeling like you are on fire. And this is, you are just fired up and ready to go. And the only thing that I see here really is just this devil. Just be aware that this temptation, and we all have different temptations, but just remember that this temptation is here. This is also that card of the thoughts that you tell yourself, your inner dialogue about self-doubt. I can't do it. I'm tired. I don't want to play this anymore. All those types of things. You're going to be feeling that pretty strongly in your distant future. Whew, this is big, Aquarius. I can feel it in my solar plexus. Okay, so I'm going to bring myself back online. And we're going to pull your last few cards. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. I'd love to have you join my family. And now this is from the Life and Career deck. And it is the Future card. And it says, plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. It's funny that I said that about being in the present, right? Don't tell the stories of your past, because that keeps you in the past. You're reigniting, instigating that old energy, right? Creating that again for yourself, and what you put out to the universe is what the universe brings back, which is why you want to be in the now, looking forward and creating your manifestations, right? This is a perfect card. This is really good. Okay, let me show it to you though. I forgot, sorry. So you can read it. Perfect. Okay, your next message is the message from the universe. And it says, no matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from where you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out and that the long road has a purpose. What an awesome card. Boy, that is really one of those cards that brings hope, doesn't it? It's like, yeah, you have just been trudging down, your road, and it feels like, God, I'm tired. I think I have that with that Four of Swords, right? That really coincides with that Four of Swords, because it said, doesn't matter how long you feel like you've been there, right? That it's all going to work out and there is a purpose, and I love this. Perfect. Okay, your last card, Aquarius, is Moon Dreamer. Oh, look it. I just realized I mentioned about the moon. I just saw this moon, and the moon was important. Oh, this moon. Look at this, you guys. Moon, moon, moon. All these full moons. I'm telling you right now, this full moon is big for you. If you journal whatever comes to mind on that day, on the 25th, the full moon of this month, I would write down those thoughts. Okay. Anyway, the card says Moon Dreamer. Love illuminates even the darkest of corners. And then the other energies involved is cycle, knowing, and hope. Great message. Okay, Aquarius, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I couldn't get this far on my channel if it wasn't for you and your willingness to watch these videos. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I send you much love and blessings. And until next time, enjoy the rest of your month.